I would say there are two main difficulties that I see right at the beginning. The first is that none of these therapy models understand what a depression is. None of them understand or have any idea about the central role of dreaming and exhausting in the morning and all that I have described. So they're plucking at things. They don't really know what they're doing. And the second problem, I think, with most therapies, including CBT, is that they don't have the right tools to deal with the problem. So if indeed the source of the difficulty is high emotions out of control, a sea of exploding with waves and storm, you can't deal with that properly if you do not use hypnotherapy or trance, because it's only with hypnotherapy or trance are you engaging with the emotional patterns that are driving all of this excess. And if all you're doing is talking about the problem, or in CBT, challenging a thought which comes after all the emotions arise, and then you might have a thought that follows it. Oh dear, how am I going to get out of this mess? But it's the emotion comes first. How can that thought and challenging that thought ever do much good? Let me quote from Amanda, who wrote to me on my website. She comes from Ohio, and this was her experience of CBT, and I think she really hits the nail on the head. I did cognitive behavioural therapy, but it had limited success. It worked for a while. However, I found myself so tense all the time from having to evaluate every single thought I had for 24 hours a day, every day. Eventually, my defenses would wear down and I would relax, and then I would slip right back into the depression again. You get the idea? Something is really strong and you don't have the tools for really stopping it. And the other problem with CBT, particularly in the United Kingdom for sure, and maybe I think in America as well, is that there is a massive vested interest now. CBT is the therapy of choice used by the National Health Service. So there are a lot of people who earn a livelihood from CBT in university departments, in companies that supply CBT to the NHS, to individuals who supply NHS with CBT, and all of them have interest to defend. And I think with that, out goes any objectivity. There's another interesting characteristic, and if I can finish with this about CBT, that I've noticed in recent years, is that the basis of CBT is expanding. The original idea was that you challenge thoughts with CBT, but now they have mindfulness CBT. Now they have trauma release CBT. I'm sure before we're finished, we're going to have human givens CBT. If you have CBT on the tin, then it's okay. I'm sorry, that's just a little observation that I have. So be very suspicious of whoever says to you that they are a CBT therapist and they can help you with depression.